Welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator 2. If you missed the last episode and you want to go back and check it out, I will put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can easily do so. Let's, before we get started here with anything, if you watched the last episode, whoa, there was a little lag there. I've been having issues with selling things in the store here. See, this says unfinished, and it's been determined if I pick it up and set it back down, I'm not sure why it fixes it, but it does. There's no dust. There's nothing wrong with this PC, but I really want it to sell. It's a weird bug. I had two other PCs I was able to get sold. I'm hoping maybe once this one sells, maybe I'll go an episode without putting anything out here. Maybe it'll clear it out and fix this. I don't know if anybody else is having this bug. Maybe it's just a me thing. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping maybe since this now says for sale that it will sell in this episode. But as soon as it sells, then we will go back to building PCs to sell out there, hopefully. Since we're not building a PC to sell out there, this one down here I've had for a very long time. Office PC. It's not a bad PC. It's got a 13900K in it. What else we got? A couple of sticks of RAM, 16 gig, 6000 megahertz, and a 3090. So yeah, I mean this, and it's all custom water cooled. I mean, this is not a bad PC. It's not like I want to get rid of it. I don't use it for anything, but I thought it would be fun in this episode to maybe build a new, little bit upgraded, a little more modern, you know, PC for the office here. So that would let us build a PC in this episode, even though it's not going to get sold. This one, maybe we'll just put it in the closet, hang on to it. I don't know if I want to sell it. It may just sit in the closet, but I'll probably order parts for that at some point. I did order a couple of broken PCs, or ones from Spares and Repairs, but I'm just not going to mess with them until we clear out that one that just doesn't want to sell out there in the storefront. All right, with all that said, let's hop into the email. Let's take a look at what we've got to work on. This job shouldn't take very long at all. This one says, "Hi, are you available for a job? I'm wanting you to overclock my PC. Can you adjust my RAM timings by -2? Do you think you could do all that by 3/13/2023? I could do with data mine on this PC. Can you handle that, please? I think smirk emoji stickers would look cool on a PC. Can you do that? Thomas." Okay, so we just need to lower their cast latency by 2, install data mine, and some emoji stickers on their case. I'm sure we can make that happen. I'm just curious what RAM they have. Team Group T-Force Nighthawk Blue 3000 megahertz. Okay, I don't see an issue with any of that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. And then let's take a look at this one. It says, "Morning, Haley Tempest here from CCB Weather. We've been testing an experimental new lightning detection system. It's highly technical and complex, even for those of us with meteorology degrees. But in the basic concept of that, Jeff from maintenance goes and stands in a field with a whacking great metal pole. It was all looking positive, but then disaster struck. A bolt of lightning zapped the pole, surged through the attached cables, and fried our computer. Not sure exactly what was damaged, but it's not working at all. Could you try and fix it? Oh, and don't worry about Jeff. He got a little bit of a shock, but he's fine. He speaks Japanese now, which he didn't before, but I'm sure that's just temporary. All the best, Haley Tempest, meteorologist, CCB Weather." They don't know what's wrong with it, but they have a parts budget of $900. I mean, we could probably try and guess, or we can just get it in. It could be multiple things. I mean, I don't think that's a very expensive GPU there. But yeah, we'll get it in and we'll order stuff once we figure out what all's broken. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put all the parts for the new Office PC build in the carts, but I'm not going to show you guys because I want it to be a surprise as we build it, what we're actually building. I mean, you'll get to see the case and, you know, all of that, but I think it'd be fun. You guys can probably guess that I'm going with high-end components because it's just what I do. We're not hurting for money, 226 grand in the bank. We're going to put some nice stuff in there. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get all those parts put in the shopping cart, and I'm going to go ahead and order them, and then we'll go into the day. We'll get this stuff in, and we can get to work. All right, I've gone ahead and purchased all the parts for the new build. You'll get to see them as we build it. This is in transit, though. This is in transit. Let's go end our day. We can get everything in. We'll get our new parts. Oh, the lights are working this time. Sweet. We can get all of our new parts. We can get these 2 jobs. We can get those done, and then we can get to building on this office PC. Bloop. Okay, so we've got a diagnose and an overclock. So let's grab the overclock first, because that one's probably, well, not probably. That one's going to be the easiest because we don't have to figure out what's wrong with it. Then we've got this one to diagnose. We worked on this one already because we put those stickers on it. Yep. There should be a big one. Yep. Yep, we've worked on that. I thought it had a glass side panel, though. It no longer it no longer has a glass side panel. Very, very interesting. And we'll grab our case and bring it in here when we're done with these. Start building the new office PC. Let's see, do we even need to take this side panel off? I don't think we do. I'm going to take it off just for fun. Wow, they got a 1200 watt power supply in here. Let's hop into this BIOS. We need to lower their cast latency by 2. So we're going to drop this to 12. We're going to drop this to 14. And this to 14. If you drop this by 2, you're supposed to drop this by 2 and drop this by 2. And then technically this should be this plus this, which should be 28. And then we should raise this to 1.45 just to be safe. So let's see. Go ahead and apply changes and restart. Let's see if this thing starts up for us. I'm sure we're not going to get the starting sound. Nope, we didn't. Let's do this as well, just to be sure we're stable. Oops. What am I clicking on? I'm just randomly clicking things. Let's install OCCT. Just to be sure we're stable here, we can just do a little automatic run. We shouldn't even need to let it run the whole time because we're not testing CPU temps, GPUs. We're not testing any of that stuff. We're just making sure that our RAM is stable, which it seems to be. Yeah, we don't even need to let it continue running. We are good. And then I believe for this one, what else was it? They wanted some stickers and another piece of software installed. Oh, we sold something. Oh, good. We got 3 jobs for the next episode. Data mine. Data mine. That's what they wanted on here. Let's give them data mine. Can we search for it yet? Yes. Sometimes search does not work for me. And then they wanted some sort of emoji stickers. Let's put their side panel back on because we really didn't even need to take it off. I guess it just made me feel better to do so. Here's their... Well, yeah, here's their PC. It's not a whole lot, but, you know, it's theirs. Let's go put whatever these emoji stickers were. Oh, let's see. Nope, that's a new one. Smirk emoji. Smirk emoji. Can I just type in smirk? Okay. What? Is something broken? Let's go back in here again. Search wasn't working, and then it wouldn't even let me... I'm not sure what was going on. That smirk? That smirk. We'll just give them a big old smirk emoji there. Let's put one on each side. Sure. That's probably good. They got 2 smirks. Alright, I think this one's done. We can go ahead and plop that here. heck was going on there? I was getting some weird lag. And then this one we need to diagnose and fix. Does it power on at all? No. I just had to check something. This game keeps turning on DLSS for some unknown reason. So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't getting that weird stutter from DLSS that I don't need. Let's take off this side panel as well. They just have regular black cables. Let's see if the power supply is fried. Let's check that first. Let's see. What am I looking for? Power supplies. It is broken. Let's get another one. It's an RM850X. Let's minimize this. We'll go here. 850X. We can go ahead and assign it to this job. All right. Let's see what else happens to be possibly broken. Open that. Get this graphics card out. Let's take a look. Their graphics card is broken. It's an RX 580 from ASRock. Let's go here. RX 580. It's that one. Yeah. I would think their whole PC would be busted if it got struck by lightning. Let's see about their SSD. Oh, nope. SSD is fine. Let's get... My gosh. Couldn't imagine the cooler being broken, but hey, let's check it. Nope, it's fine. Let's see about the CPU. And we'll pop their RAM out. And let's get this motherboard unplugged. All right. Let's have a look. CPU owned by, we're good. Motherboard is faulty. And their RAM is fine. So we need to get a Z370 for the win. So let's go here, motherboard. Z370 FTW. There we go. We'll go ahead and assign that to this job. And I think we've pulled everything out of here except for fans. Do we need to check fans? We'll check them. Nope, that fan's fine. We check the front one as well. That one is fine. I think we've checked everything. Okay. Let's go to the checkout. We want to do same day. And we will buy it now. Whoa. Why was I looking up at the ceiling? Okay, so this is also going to have all my parts for the build. Because I didn't pick them up, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's grab our motherboard. It's this EVGA Z370 for the win. We will get that installed. Then let's install their RAM correctly for them. All right, their CPU was fine. Yeah, it was that one. Get that closed. Let's get their RAM in here. Very nice. Let's get their new graphics card. Was this ASRock whatever RX 580? And we will get their new power supply, which was the RM850, not broken. Let's cable this. It was just black cables. No big deal. Was it just diagnose and fix? I think it was. I don't think they asked us to do anything else. Totally forgot to put thermal paste and the CPU cooler on. That's pretty slack in there. CPU cooling, it's that one. There we go. Let's cable that. Now we should be able to power this bad boy up. Let's hop into the BIOS. See if we need some XMP. Sure we did. Apply and restart. Whoa. All right. How to act like you know what you're talking about. Next year's weather. Oh my gosh. I think that was everything. Let's get... Oh, it didn't turn the PC off. Crazy. Front panel. Get this side panel. And this side panel. And I think that was it. Was there anything else that they wanted us to do? Just diagnose and fix. Okay. So, we can go put this out here. I know I didn't really show it, but it's another one there's just nothing to show. And then we can collect some money. Then we will sell off, or not sell off. We will collect from that PC. Let's clear these out. Maybe they'll stop populating. We'll delete that. We'll check on it in a minute. Let's go down here to the overclock. We put data mine on, emoji stickers, and we adjusted the cast latency. So we should get a full 5 stars. 5 stars. Made the exact adjustment I wanted, and I'm pleased with the results, and I'm really happy. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. And then we've got this one where we had to diagnose and fix. 5 stars. Very nice. Very nice. Let's look at spares and repairs. Just want to see if there's anything I want. This has a 12900K in it. 1050 Ti. Ooh, that's tempting. 87. None of those. You know what? Sure. Sure. And then we got that there, so we can get rid of that. Then, let's come over here, because we sold toxic waste. Finally. So maybe not next episode, because I want to let this kind of clear out. Maybe if the queue of selling these things clears out, maybe I can get rid of the problem. At least that's what's been suggested to me. So we're going to give it a shot and see. Worst that'll happen is as I build them, I'm going to have to go out there and pick them up and set them back down to make sure that they're up for sale before I end the day. So let's collect this. We sold it for 11 grand, made a profit of $6,470, which almost covers, well, what I spent on the new Office PC. I was actually going to build in, let's move this down here. I was actually going to build in one of the new cases that just came out. I think it was like a Cooler Master or something like that. But when I was working on the build in free build, the PC was doing weird things. So I moved all the components into a different case and found out it was the case that was causing me issues. Also, those new cases, even the biggest one, and I can't remember what they are. Let me see if I can shop cases. These. Thermaltake the Tower 600. I was going to put a build in one of these, but you can't custom water cool, and I was having issues with it allowing the PC to even boot. And like I said, I moved all the parts into another case, and it wasn't an issue. I even tried different parts and was still coming up with issues. So there's something going on with these new cases. Even the new cooler that came with those wouldn't plug in and connect and work right. Let's see, these Thermaltakes right here. They've got them in 420, which is very nice. They got them in 360 and 240 in white and black, which is super cool. The only one I could get to sort of work was this MSI one here. but the way it sits sideways, I don't know. It just wasn't working. So I went with a completely different case, which is what you see here. This is the Inwin Jubilee. I'm not really sure. But let's get this thing taken apart. Got a few things to do with it. It doesn't come with any fans, which is freaking awesome, because I'd pull them out anyway. I don't need them. I don't want them. We're going to use actually some of the new Thermaltake fans because they have reverse fans, which is pretty stinking cool. Here they are right here. Some reverse fans. Those are pretty sweet, actually. So we're going to use a reverse down here on the bottom. That way it can face up, but it's going to blow air up into the case. And we're going to use a standard 140 back here at the back. Nope, we want it that way. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and get the power supply in. I've got this Ragentech Kratos 1200 in white. It's definitely powerful enough for what we're doing. However, I did overclock the CPU and the GPU, and I was able to push the GPU further than this 1200 watt power supply could give me power. So we're not going to be overclocking though, so it's really not an issue, but it was pretty impressive to kill a 1200 watt power supply. Not done that before. Next, let's get some water cooling parts in here. We've got the Alpha Cool, whatever that E word is, D5 250 millimeter reservoir here, and this is going to go up in the top. Oh, that's right. You've got to take this fan out for some reason, or I shouldn't have put it in actually. I'll put this in first. But this goes up here in the top, which I think looks pretty sick. Let's put that fan back in though. It's not going to be there. Of course not. The 140. There we go. All right, next, let's get the motherboard in. For this build, I've got the ASRock Z890 Taichi. I'm going to be using one of the new Intel Core Ultra whatever the new naming is for them. And the only Z890 boards in this game currently are ASRock boards. So that's why I am using an ASRock instead of MSI or something else. It's a pretty good looking board though. It is not a bad looking board. While we're at it, let's go ahead and open this drive bay. Let's get it ready for the CPU and get it ready for RAM. All right, let's grab the CPU first. We've got the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. This thing's pretty impressive. I think I got the one in free build overclocked to like 6400 megahertz, 65, something like that. I was pretty impressed. Next, let's grab RAM. We've got 4 sticks of this Team Group T-Force Delta RGB 16 gig, 6400 megahertz. There we go. Then, for storage, got this PNY CS3140 NVMe drive, 4 terabytes, transfer speed of 7,500 megabytes a second. Fast. Very fast. I could have put another, what, 5 in here? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 can go here as well. So yeah, you can put 5 more. I guess, maybe. I haven't tried it. Okay. Let's get some thermal paste on this CPU, and I'm not going to bother delidding this because, again, I'm not trying to overclock it. And we will get the block put on here. It's the Alpha Cool block in black. These Alpha Cool ones are the only ones that fit the new CPUs for some reason. I would think that anything that fits like a 13900K, 14900K, whatever, should also fit this, but right now those were the only ones that it would let me use, so that's what I'm using. All right, before we go further, we need to come over here because we're gonna swap out fans on this Alpha Cool 360 radiator. Get rid of those. And then I bought these Thermaltake CT 120s. These are reverse fans. Hopefully they'll look pretty cool on here. So they'll actually be facing us, but they're spinning the opposite direction. So they'll be pulling in instead of pushing out. That's exactly what we want them to do. So let's grab that right here. We'll get that installed. Perfect. And then last but not least, let's get the graphics card. I've got the MSI GeForce RTX 5090 Supreme SoC. I think this is the most expensive graphics card. Oh, this thing's got to go for some reason. Most expensive graphics card currently in the game. So why not, right? Why not? All right, let's pipe this thing. I'm going to use... what other fittings do I want to use? Maybe let's use white fittings. We're going to go for, where is it? Clear rigid pipe. Let's see. That says out. Let's go out and in. And if this gets taken too long, I'm just going to step away so I can get it done quickly. All right, that looks straight to me. Then we're going to go out of here and into there. Oh, this might take me a minute. Or maybe it won't. That actually looks pretty dang good right there. Let's go ahead and accept that. Then we're going to come out of here and back into the reservoir. And oh my gosh. All right, let me get this straightened out. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and accept that. Then let's cable this thing. This case has some orange on it. I'm wondering if I should maybe use some orange cables. Like, how would that look? Maybe I'll just use white. I don't know. None of these orange ones look all that great to me. Let's see what that looks like. That's not really even close. Let's do some white cables. Do want change this out to be a white connector. See what that looks like. Okay, I'm liking that. Go for that. Let's get this all cabled up. This fan down here, got this over here. That everything. I think that is everything. And then let's get some coolant in here. See what we've got for orange. Ooh, we've got this clear UV coolant or opaque. What does this look like? That's sort of close to the case's orange. That's not bad at all. I think let's go with that. Let's go with that. Let's go back here. Let's go to tools, USB drive. We're going to have a bunch of stuff we got to install on this thing. I'm going to hop into the BIOS because I want to turn on XMP. Get my 6400 megahertz. We've only got the one drive. Let's let this bad boy boot up. Ooh, it's fast. Okay, let's put 3D Mark on there just for fun. Definitely need the lighting app. We're going to need part ranking. We're We're going to need custom water cooling shop. We're going to need spares and repairs. We're going to need the regular shop. Let's put Bongle on there. What else? What else? Where's the email? Oh, it's up at the top. I've zipped right past it. Zipped right past it. Don't think we need fan control or anything like that. Alright, let's go into the lighting app. Because RGB is not going to do it. Let's select all, but I don't need to do the keyboard and mouse. Then let's go with static, and let's see if we can find an orange. Ooh. It sort of matches. Try advanced. We want it to be bright. We just want it... That's too red. That might be close once we put the side panel on. Because I think the side panel's a little tinted. Let's see. Let's put all these parts we took off back on. It's just kind of a bummer that this thing's going to sit under the desk because it's a really nice looking case. Let's see, we need the PCI lock. And is this thing tinted like I said it was? Yes, it is. I mean, those aren't perfect. That's good. That's pretty good. The fans aren't bad. The fans sort of match where it says Dubili. So that's okay. This sort of matches the orange pieces that are on. It's just the RAM. The RAM's just a little bright. But I think it'll be alright. I'm really not concerned about it. Maybe I'll make this the thumbnail. You guys will kind of already know what this is, but not fully. I think it turned out pretty good. Let's run a 3D Mark test on it. I'm just curious if this one gets about the same. As soon as this is done, I will come back and I will show you guys the score. We're not going to overclock it or anything, though. Oh my, I got an achievement. Hopefully you guys saw that. I'm not really sure if it showed up or not. I don't even know what it was for. But it was loud, and it scared me. So there's the score. 33,375. None of this is overclocked. I mean, we got a graphics score of over 40. And we got a CPU score of over 16,000 with the CPU test of 55.54 FPS. That's not bad for no overclocking or anything. Like I said, we're not going to overclock this. This is an office PC. It's just going to look cool under the desk, hopefully. But yeah, so there it is again, one last time. I think it turned out pretty nice. Let me know what you guys think, you know, down in the comments if you like it. If you don't, tell me what I should change, you know. All right, let's go put this in its new home over here. Swap these out. Let's power it on. Ooh, it looks nice under the desk. We're just going to stick this one in the closet. I don't think we're going to get rid of it anytime soon. We do need to change our wallpaper, though, because that's not the right wallpaper. Where is it? Oh my gosh. There it is. There's the right wallpaper. And hopefully we got everything here, yeah. We got a customize, and a diagnose for the next episode. Maybe we'll build a spares and repairs PC in the next episode, but not actually list it for sale. I'm not sure. I feel like maybe, you know, since that one sold, we should give it another episode to just, if there's a queue or something, I'm not sure. Whatever needs to clear out, hopefully it'll clear out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you being here and hanging out. If you liked it, you know, do the thing, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content, you know, and ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as one of my videos goes live. If you want to chat with me outside of YouTube, I do have a Discord server. The link for that's down in the description. I also stream over on Twitch if you want to check me out when I'm live. There's a link for that down in the description as well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, Stay safe out there, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.